I was like, am I an alien? People think I'm lying. I'm not lying. Hi, this is Autumn Rowe, and this is my Women's Health Body Scan. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Autumn Rowe, on Twitter at Autumn Rowe Music. What I love most about my body is my brain and my imagination. I feel like my brain has guided me and gotten me through so many things in life. I use my brain every day and my creativity. Everything I do, I feel like I create it from the air, like making music that didn't exist 5 minutes ago, but now all of a sudden it does, is still a miracle to me. I really am grateful for my imagination and my brain to kind of give me that level of inspiration where I get all these like eureka moments, like, oh, that's an idea, because of my brain. I'm able to listen and receive things, and your brain controls everything, really. The tattoos. Okay, I don't have any tattoos, and I've thought about getting a tattoo so many times, but I've not been able to commit to anything. Since winning Grammy this year, my friends who I worked on the album with have said we're gonna get a tattoo now. We said we're gonna get "We Are" on our bodies somewhere. "We Are" is the name of the album in which Jon Batiste released recently, and it won a Grammy for Album of the Year. I am a co-writer and producer on the album, and it's very exciting because I'm the 8th woman in history to win as a producer for Album of the Year, and the 2nd Black woman. I am a person of my word, so I do expect to get a tattoo this year. I don't know where it's gonna be, but there will be a little "We Are" somewhere on my body this year. I have a couple scars. So I have one scar here on my eyebrow. When I was about 3 or 4, I ran into a table, which I felt like all kids did at that age. I just ran into the corner edge of a coffee table and I was bleeding like crazy. And that part of my eyebrow just never healed. So to this day, like, I'm really not good at makeup. So to this day, when I try to, fill in my eyebrows, it's just always this kind of like big gap there. I've thought about getting permanent eye makeup for my eyebrow, but I have not done it. For one, I feel like, what if I then want thinner eyebrows? Also, I heard it really, really hurts. So I have ears pierced. I did have a belly ring. This belly button ring was pretty annoying. So when I first got my belly button pierced, I think I was about maybe 21 when I got my belly button pierced, 20, 21, something like that. I had the cutest belly button ring. It had like a little heart. It was like kind of long with a heart. It fell out in the shower. I came out of the shower and my hole closed. It's unbelievable how fast this hole closed. I was like, am I an alien? Could not believe it. So then I got it pierced again, and then it closed again, and then that was it for my belly button. I'm like, it's just not meant to be. I'm not meant to have a belly button ring. I did have my nose pierced at one point, and I had like a little hole where you could kind of see it, and now I feel like it's just gone away. I might have had 2 holes in my ears as well, but I think those also closed. So now I literally just have my ears pierced. That's it. Everything else has closed on me. So my nails have been a challenge since I was like 19. I constantly had tips, and I stopped one day because my friend went to some doctor, like Chinese medicine. The doctor she said something to her about like toxins were getting in her body because of the stuff she was putting on her nails. How much gets into your nails from like gel and acrylic and all this kind of stuff. And since that day, I've only had gel or tips or any kind of thing like that once. And that's been like 6 years now. So I use organic nail polishes. I get my nails done maybe like once a month just for the shape, but I try to do mine myself. What I'm wearing right now is this brand called Color Street, and these are actually like stickers. So this is crazy. So there's stickers that you put on, and then you just file them off. You file off like the extra fabric or whatever it's called, the extra plastic, and you can stretch it to match your nail. And it's so fast and so easy when you don't have time to sit in the salon or have time to paint, and there's no drying time at all. So this has actually been pretty freaking amazing and time saving. And I think every woman should have some like of these sticker things. And the great thing about these is like the color stays on way longer than if you just painted your nails. Because if you just if I paint my nails at home, 2 days, it's already coming off. These definitely last a lot longer than that. So my skin is a complicated topic. I have had adult acne forever. A lot of people had acne as a teen, as a kid, and then they grow out of it. I feel like I never grew out of it. I cannot eat any cheese. The second I eat cheese, I will have acne. I can have the tiniest bit of milk, but even like I had some ice cream the other day, I already see my skin starting to break out. So I try to eat as clean as possible. I try to drink as much water as possible. I have to, every night, wipe my face with a face wipe before I even begin washing my face. I have to wipe it off. Like I've tried every face wash, but no matter how much I lather and lather and lather, there's still makeup on me. The only thing that really gets it off is a face wipe. I do face wash, face wipe, toner. There's a place here called Raya Day Spa, which I use their toner. I do notice when I use their toner, it really does help my skin from breaking out. As I'm getting older, my skin's getting more and more oily, which is weird because it's usually the reverse, but it's definitely getting more oily. So I have to put toner to control the oil on my face constantly. I just recently really started caring about moisturizer, which sounds weird, but because my skin has been so oily, my esthetician told me to kind of lay back on moisturizer. I do wear sunblock every day. Even if I'm going outside for 10 minutes, I wear sunblock. It's really, really important to wear sunblock. I wear it under my makeup. Sometimes even if my foundation might have sunblock in it, I still will wear sunblock under my makeup as well. I like to put lotion on my body constantly. I moisturize my feet constantly. I like to put lotion on my feet and then socks on, which make your feet feel really good. If you're having calluses or any kind of like weirdness about your feet, Vicks Vapor Rub with some socks. I know it sounds crazy, but your feet will feel so good. Mental health is definitely something I'm really passionate about. I am co-director of something called the Songwriter Fund. One of the big focuses we have coming up this year is helping out songwriters with mental health. And we want to offer free or very low cost care for mental health for creatives. Mental health for me is super important because if I'm not in a good place mentally, I'm not able to give to anyone else. And I'm not able to create. I'm not able to be a good friend. I'm not able to be a good wife, a good daughter, any of those things. So some of the ways which I think help my mental health are kind of like taking a beat and doing things that make me happy. What makes me happy is like superheroes. I love Marvel. I love fantasy. I love DC. I spend a lot of time watching superhero stuff, and it's very empowering for me to see like underdogs win in like these crazy stories, and I feel like I get inspired and I get riled up, and it gives me like fuel to keep going. I know it's not even connected to like anything in music, but in many ways it is. I love Stan Lee, and a lot of what like Stan Lee stood for was like civil rights and stuff like that. So I feel very connected to that. And I love that he used his art in a way that was like not like preachy or anything, but to get kind of like underlying messages out. So I try to do that as well in my music. It helps my mental health to just kind of surround myself with that different kind of energy. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Women's Health.